What is up, YouTube gang? Thank y'all for
guys.
tuning back in with us. As always, we are going into another crazy video. We've been on this venture of places that got food that we don't, vending machines. I ain't gonna get into that. I'm gonna leave it alone. But now we get into something a little bit more disturbing, disgusting. This is prison food from the worst prisons ever.
I don't want to know.
I want to know. Sometimes they be in there cooking though. They be having chefs in there.
This is worse. Why are you thinking positive?
They be in there chef.
Hello,
No, they
everyone.
don't.
We
What
all
the
know
find
very
out.
well that
I don't
breaking
know
the
what
law
you
is
talking
not
about.
worthwhile. A few centuries ago, if you were caught after committing a crime, you were imprisoned in a damp dungeon with only bread and rats running around you. But something must
gross.
have changed, right? In some countries, prisoners enjoy delicious food and spend their free time on creative activities, while in other places, the conditions are still very harsh. Are you ready to take a risky journey through the world's
Yes,
prisons?
I am. Let me strap
Let's
on my
get it on.
seatbelt for this risky journey.
Remember when I was like binge watching one time that show on Netflix, like the world's worst or the world's
I remember
craziest prisons or something like that. Like some are bad and some are like amazingly like that's a prison.
Yeah.
I've literally watched every freaking episode of that.
So you probably know about some food then.
probably do.
China. You might have heard many terrible stories about Russian prisons. It's difficult to say which of them are true. According to the internet, this is what a typical lunch in a Russian prison looks like. It's a good thing the images don't evoke smells. Have you lost your appetite for several days?
Oh no.
We have a solution. Welcome to a Chinese prison. What
Did
would
you
you
see
like
that?
to eat for dinner tonight? The menu includes roast and shredded pork with green pepper. Tomorrow you can enjoy lamb soup or chicken nuggets. Look at this dish. It looks like a typical meal in a Chinese restaurant in any metropolis.
Wait,
By
that's
the
in
way,
prison?
if you have money, you can order extra food every day. Or you can buy different foods in the cafeteria. There are plenty of treats for all tastes. And so that prisoners won't suffer too much time from the heat, they're served watermelon in the summer. But don't think that this is the case everywhere. This only happens in the prisons of the richest Chinese cities. In smaller cities, only $1.7 a day is spent on feeding each prisoner. What can
Dang!
you buy with that amount of money? Inexpensive vegetables such as cabbage and radish. They're cooked in large quantities at the same time, so they use a shovel instead of a ladle. The resulting brew is distributed in cubes and probably just looks like the ugly soup we showed you at the beginning. Italy. Have you ever seen the movie Goodfellas by Martin Scorsese? Surely you remember the scene where the gangsters enjoy a sumptuous dinner in prison. You think it was a figment of imagination of the director? Not at all. Italian law allows many prisoners to have a small gas stove on, which they can make steaks and
They
pasta
out
and
there
prepare
cooking.
coffee. However, this is an option that not everyone uses, since the dining room feeds the prisoners very well. The main dish consists of 120 grams of pasta or rice with sauce, 150 to 200 grams of meat or fish, vegetables, and a couple of slices of bread. Do you want to make your lunch more sophisticated?
They're
You can
eating
order
good.
half a
I
liter
thought
of
this was
dry
worse. They
red
eating
wine or a
good.
liter of beer, but you will have to
That's just
pay.
one.
Although, why buy wine when you can make it yourself? No joke. In the prison of Gorgana, there is a small vineyard, and the 100 inmates held there are trained in winemaking. Don't you think that's enough? There's also a prison in Italy with a restaurant. It was created to train the prisoners and increase their chances of finding work in the future. But the criminals worked so well that the In Galera restaurant was open to the public, and now has a 4.5 stars out of 5 on TripAdvisor. No
That's
wonder.
crazy.
Which prison could you try Taglione al Nero di Seppia?
So prisons in there
Japan.
cooking for people.
Are there any crimes committed
Back
in
to
this
Japan.
country? Unfortunately, even in a developed country like Japan, there are people who break the law, but their numbers continue to decrease every year. Today, the crime rate is incredibly low. Perhaps that is why the Japanese authorities spoil prisoners so much. Do you remember how prison dining rooms look in the movies? The workers serve an unfathomable porridge to the prisoners,
Ugh.
who have trouble eating it with a spoon. But to Japanese prisoners, this sounds incredible. They're used to a healthy and balanced diet. Thinly sliced daikon radish, parusame noodle salad, rice boiled with barley, and miso soup. This is not the menu of a fancy restaurant, but a standard lunch in a Japanese prison.
is
When was the last
crazy.
time you ate roasted fish? Prisoners in Japan eat it every day.
I
The
am
officers think
just
this
shocked
food
by
helps
this.
the prisoners to be better people. Do you think it really works? Kazakhstan.
Obviously, if their numbers are low.
Ready for the most extreme tour of your life?
Yes. My favorite movie of all time.
Let's visit a place where even journalists can rarely enter. At the entrance, you get an alarm button in case of an attack. The location of this shady building was not chosen by chance. It's built on a rock so that it's impossible to dig a subway passage. Moreover, the prison is surrounded by miles of steep. Pay attention, because we are inside the Black Golden Eagle, one of the strictest prisons in Kazakhstan for dangerous offenders. About 100 of them will spend the rest of their lives inside these walls. These criminals have taken the lives of more than 400 victims and are now sentenced to life imprisonment. Do you want to know what a day is like for these people? At 6 o'clock a.m., the alarm sounds and the prisoners must get up and cannot go to bed or sit down until the end of the day. For 16 hours, they can only write or read on an iron table. They also have 1 hour to walk down a small corridor, where the ceiling has been replaced by a grid through which they can see a small piece of sky. It's forbidden to communicate or work, and every day is similar to the previous one. If you consider the terrible crimes committed by the prisoners of this prison, it's a pretty fair punishment, don't you think?
Feel that many people,
Norway. Imagine an island with a breathtaking view of the ocean, like on a postcard. You can see little wooden cottages, a pine forest where you can ride horses, and beautiful places for fishing. What's the name of this place? We want to spend our vacations there.
Shut up and take my money.
Sorry, but it's not possible because we were describing the Norwegian prison of Bastoy. You won't end up in this place for running a red light or committing petty crimes. This island is home to the country's most dangerous criminals. You probably think that this place is surrounded by machine guns and a wall of barbed wire? You haven't guessed right. The prisoners live in luxurious houses, they can visit each other, and at night, only 5 guards patrol the place. In their free time, they are not only allowed, but also recommended to ride horses, fish, and play tennis. Are you hungry? You can shop at the supermarket, or you can enjoy a salmon cooked by a chef. But don't think that the Norwegian government has gone crazy. The job of the prison is to help people, right? Bastoy is the perfect place for this. The reoffending rate here is just 16% against the European average of 70%. Besides, in 38 years of work, there was only one escape attempt. Why would that prisoner do that? United States of America. In movies, prisons in the United States all look very similar. Tough prisoners in orange uniforms, a gym in the courtyard, and a dining room where you can eat as much as you want. Well, U.S. authorities claim that the last point is an accurate depiction of reality. Breakfast includes oatmeal, cereal, and milk. Main courses include chicken, lasagna, and of course hot dogs, hamburgers, and burritos. Are you a vegetarian? In the United States, they respect your beliefs, even if you break the law.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Since 2016, federal prisons have been offering vegetarian food to inmates. They've even developed a special low-sugar, low-salt menu to take care of the health of offenders. It's like a summer camp for kids, don't you think? However, prisoners claim that it's not all that easy. In some states, the number of meals was reduced to 2 a day. Some prisoners ended up eating toothpaste and toilet paper to help the hunger to subside.
Oh no.
There were also complaints against the largest private provider of food to American prisons. Criminals have found garbage and even larvae on their plates. After all, no one expects the criminals to be fed foie gras, but that's too much, don't you think? Germany. Look at this beautiful university campus. New buildings, a picturesque forest around it, a lake nearby. It'd be great to study here, wouldn't it? But if you look closely, you can see a wall around the perimeter. Then you realize that this is not a college campus, but a prison. Although it has something in common with universities, prisoners here learn to live in a new way. Prison conditions are similar to those in the outside world, even for the most dangerous criminals. The cells have normal doors and all prisoners have keys. Do you want to hang bright drapes and put some flower pots? No problem. You can make all kinds of renovations. But don't forget about your yoga class.
Huh?
You heard us right. There are also crocheting and drawing classes and outdoor volleyball games. Of course, this has lowered the reoffending rates, but we're a little upset. The prisoners are having more fun than many of us, and this news will make you feel even worse. In 2016, a food contract deal fell through. The administration ordered food from McDonald's for the criminals, although the inmates couldn't choose a Big Mac because it was too expensive. South Korea.
That's crazy.
Okay, no matter how good the conditions in prison are, no one in their right mind would want to live in this place voluntarily. However, some people are willing to pay to end up in a cell. This strange situation happens in South Korea, but this idea seems crazy only at first sight. The country is known for its work culture, and many South Koreans suffer from stress and even have health problems from working too much. So where can you escape from this routine? In jail, although it is a fake one, because no one would pay $90 a day to be in a real prison. prison, especially since real prisoners are fed kongbak, a traditional
They
Korean
paid
dish
to
made
go?
of rice and soybeans. Otherwise, the fake prison completely imitates a real prison. Visitors spend 24 hours in solitary confinement without communication, a telephone, a clock, or even mirrors. Many clients claim that it's the best rest of their lives. Would you like to try it? Hold on a second.
That is
Do you want to see some?
crazy. That's insane. But they say go for peace. Like,
Yeah, but
24 hours? Could you imagine 24 hours of quiet? That's some good sleep. 24 good hours. I'll take it. This was wild. I thought it said bad food. This was in there chefing and
the fact that one had a whole restaurant.
right. They're living their life. Apartments and stuff. Got their own keys.
If this blew you away, you don't even want to watch the show I watched.
that was crazy.
You would be mind blown.
But it makes sense though. They said a lot of the offenders they don't come back repeating.
But that's the beauty of that. That's the positivity in that. But then it's like there is somewhere that's not the case.
Okay. Man, that's dope though.
So-
This was cool to learn. Y'all okay?
That was crazy.
This was
I
different. This
mean,
was different. Let us know what y'all thought.
I
What's
don't
y'all
eat
your
fried
opinion?
fish every day.
You don't even eat fish.
Yes, I do.
See y'all in the next one, y'all. See y'all in the next one.